Thank you. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming tonight. First is on the agenda. Has anybody heard from Jim?
He's not coming. He had to have some kind of procedure to done today.
Didn't know that. Eugene, will you open us with prayer, please?
Okay. I just figured that maybe we all can have just a silent. And then for everybody in COVID.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father, for this another beautiful day. Father, be with each and every one that's here. Be with the one that's had that COVID and the ones that are sick. Take care of each and every one of them. Be with every one that's in this group, in this part, that we do the right decisions for everyone in this community. In His name we thank you. Amen.
Amen. And also a special prayer too for Jeremy Woods, our videographer, please. Okay, first on the agenda is the adoption of agenda. Do I have a motion on the floor to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Who seconded?
Gene.
Eugene.
And who did you vote for? Okay.
Next on the agenda is that we are going to move into executive session. Do I have a motion on the floor that we move into executive session?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Motion carried. With the agenda, we have moved out of the executive session. No real motion, nothing was made or discussed. A lot of discussion.
In executive session, you don't have to justify anything.
Okay. Approval of the minutes is next on the agenda. Mary sent them all to you, so you should have had them for you to read before. Is there any corrections or additions to the minutes? If not, do I have a motion on the floor to accept the minutes as approved?
I'll move it for read.
As presented? Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Motion carried. And I should have had the financial report next, but
Oh, sorry about that.
public comment. Lyle Neal is here to address us as public comment. Lyle, you have the floor.
Okay, I'll just take 5 minutes because I'm not going to do anything tonight because I'm not going to present what I got to say without Jim being here. I don't think it's fair to him to talk not like he done me. But I'll come back to your next meeting, or I'll keep coming until he's here. But I want to address some of the things that he went to the county commission and mouthed off about. The only true thing he said was his name, as far as I'm concerned. The stuff he talked about, what all's happened here at this park and things I did, I think he needs to be addressed of the facts, and I've got them all right here. So I won't take up any more of your time, but I will be back when he's here to address him and Jennifer on the 41 minutes they spent at the county commission meeting, bashing me and Susie and Bob Hill. And the other thing is, before I do go, as board members here, does any of you have an objection to my son and Bob Hillary mowing this place for free? I mean, I'd like to hear it from you. I mean, my son Chad comes down here And Bob Hillary brings their own lawnmower, furnishes their own gas, their own weed eater, and works 2 or 3 days a week mowing. And yet somebody gets out and tells that they'd like to know just how much money they were collecting. Well, I can tell you what they're collecting, 0. But anyway, I'll address that whenever Jim's here. So I don't want to, like I say, I'm not going to talk behind his back. I want to look him in the face along with Jennifer, and I'll make sure that both of them cheer whenever I address it.
Mr. Neal, I'm sitting there right now.
No, I don't want to talk about it now. We'll talk about when you're both here. Both of you two went together, so I'll address you both at the same time. And I appreciate your time, and I will be back.
Thank you, Mr. Neal.
Thank you.
The financial report. Huh. I got it right here. I usually have it separate. General account beginning balance was $23,779.31. Nicholas County contributions on income was from the Nicholas County Commission, $16,250. Rentals and Christmas donations was $1,339, giving us a total of $41,368.31. The utilities are listed there that was spent out. If you have any questions, you can look those over. Total expenses was $14,222.67, bringing the balance to $27,145.64.
I have a question. Which balance do you want me to record in the minutes?
The $27,145,
Okay.
the ending balance. Any questions?
Yeah, I hate to be devil's advocate, Bill's probably talked out already. But, the water bill, is that normal for this time of year?
Pretty close at yes.
Nobody on the park, no use, very little use.
And boy, I also remember this is probably for a month and a half, so some of the bills come in
Sure.
at different sections.
Okay. Yeah, if we go.
But he can double check that also. Also, I will address the nickel sanitation of $880. I've asked Mike and James if they would, or James and Mike, I should say, if maybe we could lock a couple of the dumpsters and only use one that may cut some of the dumpster user fee for the year, since we are getting tight on money. The pool account is, beginning balance was $10,819.14. We had no income from the 1st of December to the 15th, bringing a total of the same thing. Expenses was $262.82. The balance as of 1/15 is $10,556.32.
Why do we have a telephone?
It's the maintenance, down to the maintenance fee on the telephone. You pull it down to winter rate, it pulls it down to winter rates for the winter, so that we can keep the same number for the pool.
Is that $178.76 for a month, each month?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got those two reversed. Thank goodness, I thought I corrected that. The payroll was $178.72. The telephone, I am sorry, that is my mistake. I messed those up. I will correct that and bring it in and present it to the next meeting.
You're gonna pocket some of it, won't you? Sorry.
That's better.
Off your record.
Yeah. Those were reversed. I seen that, I just didn't get it corrected when I was doing it. Any questions, corrections, additions?
James, quick question on the dumpsters. Can you, put a padlock or something on the way they're set up?
We can, yeah.
Just lock a couple of them up so nobody puts anything in, because I've sat in which guy at Gilmar, Craig's at 4 or 5
Oh,
dumpsters.
yeah.
He just lines them up and loads them, and that's whatever it costs
Right.
every chip. And there's nothing in them.
Yeah,
Gilmar used one dumpster, no, 1.5.
right.
So by the same token, we can avoid some of that
How
expense.
many we have?
Oh, yeah. How many dumpsters we have? We have 3 at the moment.
Rewrite
In the summertime, we have 4, because the one at the pool, they came to fit up, so we only have 3 now.
They charge you for the other 3, all,
Every time they do their route,
Yep.
they dump.
Whether there's trash in it or not,
that. Yeah.
every,
and they charge us for it.
every week?
Yes.
Once a week.
So they won't let you just suspend 3 of them for now until.
Well, we really can't suspend all 3 of them. We
Yeah.
can, we can lock the 2, and it would eliminate those 2 being dumped, and he can also call them and tell them that we're locking the 2 back.
Right.
Oh,
behind.
exactly.
Put a bag on them and say clean, do not use or something, or do
Right.
not dump or.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the one that they would use to pick up the trash from around the park would be down at
Right.
the office, so, or down at the house.
Yeah, I hardly ever have a lot of trash in that thing anyway.
Do I have a motion on the floor for the financial report?
So moved.
Second as amended.
Second as amended?
Thank you.
You're gonna swap out your.
Yeah,
own payroll.
I'll swap those.
Thank you, Art.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Old business. Pool repairs. Mary, you've checked on it, and he said it was filling back up. He found a valve that wasn't totally turned off, and I think they are coming to do the repairs next week to that, so. I believe that we had a lot of, and anybody have any questions about the pool repairs?
What do you have to repair?
The mount that holds the pump up has rotted out, rusted out.
Yeah, the whole support for it.
Sure, I don't think he was here for that meeting. You can show those to him.
That's the stainless steel that we ordered.
That's a stainless steel that we ordered. Orville's got it fabricated and it is ready to put in. So, and that will make it safer for our lifeguards,
Yeah, you can pass it
and
down.
our pump won't be in the middle of the pool next year. Christmas lights in the park. James, you said you had, how much did you take in for the Christmas lights?
$894.
For the Christmas lights?
Not bad for COVID.
And I think they were well received. I had a lot of people stop and tell me that they liked them and everything. We didn't have participation this year with the cabin rentals. Hopefully next year that will be something that is taken care of when you have more people decorating cabins. We have a lot of actually spaces that, I think there's like 20 spaces that can be rented. So, or not rented, but put lights on. Pool pass, advanced pool pass sales, we had 2. So, and that ended the last, right before Christmas, day before Christmas.
Was that individual or family?
Individuals.
So, $200?
Roundabout.
Are they 100 each?
They were 90 each.
Yeah, 90 each, so it was
Okay.
$180 total.
On the new business, moving on to it, if there's any questions, and we might, if you want to think about it for the next meeting, if you want to, maybe doing a 2-week special again, maybe we can get some sales up for the pool passes. I think we had pretty good turnout last year, even, we had a rainy season, but we had a real good turnout. In new business, it is time to start advertising for the lifeguards for the 21 season. I think James needs to get a hold of Mary, and I think we may only have one returning lifeguard.
Really?
Uh,
Well, that's gonna be an interesting year.
yeah, and we need to get people in on that so that they
It's
can,
not me, Mary Friend, Brown.
Mary Brown.
Yeah.
We
I
need
know
to
who's
get
from, you know.
people in on that. The kids interested in going and taking their lifeguard test so that they'll be ready for the season.
Well, you can be a lifeguard.
Huh? She can't swim.
No. I'm too old to be a lifeguard.
Been that a long time ago, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
In new business, I want to introduce the new board member, Terry Shamblin. Welcome, Terry. I haven't got your letter yet from the county commission. I did hear it and read it, but I don't have your letter yet. So we'll wait till next month to swear you in, if that's fine. Okay.
Didn't you have to do the county clerk?
Does she have to go to the county commission to have
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, the county commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, always before the
No.
president did it. Until this new board. Always the old board, the president always did that, or the secretary. Actually, I was sworn in by the secretary. But since this board's came on, y'all done it differently.
Well, I think when we took over, the only person to swear us in was Bobby. when this new board come on, you and
Yeah, we didn't have anybody to swear us in, I think.
Right.
That's why we had to go down there.
I was the only one left.
yeah. So
Well, then you come on somewhere there.
I'll get that. We'll get you sworn in.
I'm really never left Eugene.
No, but I didn't.
And also, Terry, would you give Mary your email address and your cell phone number, and James will also need it to
I think
update.
James already has mine.
To update everything.
I'll get you out.
So, and then that way we'll get it printed out, and then all the board members will have it. And I asked James, and I don't think he got around to it yet, but I asked him to print Mary off a Constitution and bylaws for the park, so we'll get both of you one, at least by the next meeting. Park report?
Not too much going on. A couple of them she touched base on. We're nearly finished with taking down all the Christmas lights. Really, the only things that we have left is the booth, the big nutcrackers, and the big signs, like the God Bless Everyone, and then the lights in the park at the front. That's basically all we have left. Is just the bigger ones and the ones down at the pine trees, and that's it. And then we received $894 in donations. Quarterly federal, state, and unemployment taxes have been paid, so we're good on that. I had Mike install a new barrel lock down at the trade or the fair office, and I can tell you right now, there ain't going to be anybody being able to just slide a card in there and unlock it now. Good luck, because it is solid. The pool pump room is now completely drained. We sold 2 season passes for the pool. And we're going to put some locks on the dining hall dumpsters. And I've also been going through the park and cutting up, splitting, and moving a lot of these down trees. There's a lot down the walking trail, a lot of them. And I plan on stacking it all up and using it for, like, golly fast, if they need wood for a fire, we can have wood, we can sell it for like $5 a load, And other than that, oh, one more thing. I was going to see what the board would say about the man that I asked to look at the DNR building, if we would be able to maybe hire him so we could help get the DNR building back in tip-top shape. He's my dad. And but
Know him pretty well, then, don't you?
I do. But I also know what kind of work he does too. He's not the type to cut corners. And he cutting up all these trees, he comes down here on his free time and helps me with it, you know. But he just wants to do it to really help us out with something. And I guarantee you, he'll be way lower than anybody else that you would ask to give you a quote for that.
What's his name?
His name's Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson?
Would he, do you want him to present us with a quote for what it would cost to do it? I mean, we're gonna have to buy some cinder, or do we have some?
You need to start getting some quotes out, Gary.
Huh?
You need to start getting some quotes, we can take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta get it taken care of because, and the building needs painting.
Well, oh yeah. And another thing too, you know, he wants to help me with putting gutters on all the buildings, because just about every building on this campus doesn't have gutters on it. And you can tell by looking down at the bottom where the foundation is,
yeah.
it's just deteriorating everything. So that'd be another thing that, you know, and we have a lot of gutters down there that we can use to put up, so we wouldn't have to buy a lot of materials for that.
Oh, wow.
And one day, next meeting, I'll bring some pictures. He helped me remodel some stuff in the house down here, and we used the wood that was already on the walls to remodel it, and you wouldn't even recognize that room now.
Well, that's what
So-
it's all about, trying to keep it all everything up.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. He's a when it comes to him, he's very, you know, conscious whenever it comes to reusing things, saving money and stuff like that.
Is he a carpenter?
He is, yes.
Have him give us a quote along and then find, how many more quotes do you want? 2? 3 total?
So, yeah, when you,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll bring that to the next thing. I mean, he's not gonna be able to do it this type of weather anyway.
Right.
James, if you're looking at that DNR building, it probably needs footers before you
Yes.
block up on the
Yes.
back corners.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, all the corners.
Right. And that was one of the things that he pointed out as well.
yeah, there's no blocks under each corner in the back, is there?
There's what?
No blocks under the corners in the back?
No, they've deteriorated.
Mm-hmm.
That's
On one,
Yeah.
only on
what
one.
we call real cinder block.
Right. Real cinder, yeah. Exactly what they are.
They're real cinder blocks that come from a plant
Located just up the road.
Yeah. Anything else? Any more questions for him about anything that's going on in the park?
Keep it up.
Do you have any issues with anything that's going on in the park or?
No.
Yes.
Huh?
Your ghost.
Oh, that I was actually getting ready to mention. There's been a couple times, 3 times at the very least, where I went to the barn to either put something away or grab something. Actually, there was one night where I just drove by and looked up at the top of the barn, and the lights were on up there. So I went up there and I turned them off. Next day I went out there, back on again. And I asked Mike and Charlie if they were doing it. I thought they might be messing with me. And they said no, they hadn't messed with it. And I actually went in front of them, you know, made a point before everybody left, locked everything up, turned all the lights off. You know, they were witnesses. And sure enough, next day, lights were on again. Not only that, but the very first hard snow we got, I was outside on the front porch smoking a cigarette, and I was hearing voices, and the voices were coming from, like, if you're standing on the front porch at the house down there, you can see the dumpster. It sounded like the voices were coming just on the other side of that dumpster. So I thought maybe, you know, I caught some people smoking pot out at the barn So I thought maybe they might have came back or something, and you know, might have been out there messing around. So me and my brother walked out there to see who it was. No footprints, no car tracks. You know, we had like almost 4 inches of snow down on the road, so that there was no car tracks, no footprints, no nothing. So either I'm going crazy, well, I thought I was going crazy, but my brother heard it too. So I mean, we are twins, so I guess he probably would be crazy.
Are the lights still coming on?
Every now and then, yeah. Every now and then I'll go up there and they'll be, the lights will still be coming on by themselves.
And the switches, either you turn it down, and it's on when you come up there.
Yeah, exactly. And there's 2 different switches up there too. So, you know, whatever's doing it it knows that I have to flip both switches to get all the lights to come on.
So call discovery, keep paranormal.
Right?
You got a name yet?
That's a good one.
You got
Not yet. Not yet.
That's on television.
Right? Yeah, we went to the Ghost Adventures over here.
A certain dollar amount.
But other than that, I don't have anything else to report.
They've not threatened bodily harm or anything like that.
What's that?
Code 7, threatened bodily harm or anything.
Oh, no, nothing yet. At least not yet. I don't think I've,
Pissed off.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, is there any other questions for James on the park report? Next is the president's report. Again, I will commend James on the work that he has done. Here on the park, there has been a lot of things that has been addressed. There are still things that need to be addressed and can't be addressed until weather is correct. But he is knocking the list down slowly but surely. Again, I will ask you, if you all have something that you think that I am not doing right, please come to me and ask me. I know I have 2 people that call me on things I do wrong. So I know they keep me in check. So please, if there's something that you see that I'm not doing right, please call me and tell me, and I will do my best to correct it. I'm a human being and I do make mistakes. My father told me as I was growing up, if you don't make mistakes, then you're not doing anything. So I do make mistakes because I try to do something. Any comments from the board?
Yes,
Okay.
haven't made enough tonight. No, so last week's Chronicle, I hope everybody read it and saw the signs going out on Salmon Run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be inundated by people. I mentioned once before, didn't really, not really a serious note, but I'm going to this evening, and I'd like to change to contact State Road and see if we could get, borrow, beg, or steal, can't pay for it, a car counter that we can put out and count the cars, and we can use their formula as to how many people have come in and out of the park, and give us some leverage to folks that we want to go ask for funding.
Good idea.
And you know goodness well that Salmon Run's a parking lot down there every day, not gonna be. I mean, they're gonna be charging, so where they're gonna come, they're gonna be coming to the park.
$5 a person.
Yeah, $5.
A person or a car?
Person.
Person.
If you're just walking or running, you still have to pay $5.
$5 square, I thought it
And
No,
no-
you park on the edge one, do you? You park on this end, they're gonna charge you, I don't think.
They're putting a according to the Facebook post that I haven't read the Chronicle, they are putting a booth on Salmon Run.
Yeah,
Yes.
down in there though.
It's halfway down the
Yeah.
white spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you park up by the entrance to Boat Dock Road.
But if it says walkers, runners, joggers.
Anybody that catch you?
Not if you
No,
park
okay.
on this end, I don't think. If you park on this end, I'll gonna charge you.
Can you not run down by there?
The way they said it was that anybody who's walking, running, you know, if you're just going down there to swim, is gonna be $5. That's what it said.
Day use fee has been posted at Salmon Run. The terminals and gates have not been installed yet, so right now it's free. Once it's installed, the day use fee will be $5 unless you have a federal pass. Credit cards and debit cards will only be accepted, no cash. This will affect walkers, joggers, bicyclers. Day use
Really?
fees be posted at Salmon Run. The
You're right, Bill.
and it says again, the terminal has not been installed yet, so.
And you can get a full year pass at the Corps office for $35 or something, I don't know
Yeah.
what the amount was.
The walkers especially, they're gonna look for a place to go.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
872-3412, give them a call.
And they will, I mean, they'll start coming here and using it, and we have that natural trail on the backside of the golf course, or on the backside of the animal shelter that walks down through the
Medley Creek.
Medley Creek, yeah.
Medley Creek.
I was trying to get my directions. I was going that way. And one other thing, we do have a beaver problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've had it for 20 years.
Yeah, well, they were
Cut
going,
down
but
some
we do
trees.
Oh, yeah.
they're building a dam right
That's an
behind, right
underground.
behind the shop, so.
They got a big one down there, and then like, there's 2 more trees that they just chewed up and cut down right in my backyard. They've been busy. Well, and there's one that's big, he's probably about that long, yeah. He's big.
Any more other comments or questions from the board? If not,
So moved.
meeting has been
Second.
moved and seconded.
Third,
All in favor, say aye. Motion carried. No opposed. I heard a lot of ayes. I think everybody's ready to go home. Thank you.